This is a series where we go through your resume section by section. In this video, we're going to talk about the whole resume. So what are you trying to accomplish with your resume? Your resume is really the main marketing document, the main document for you to show someone, and they should read it and they should be like, hey, I really want to hire this person after they're done reading it. So I want you to think about that. The resume has two jobs. The first job is that it is supposed to work well with the machine that that recruiters use to organize them, the applicant tracking systems. And there are really two very simple ways to do that. The first thing is to make sure that all of your sections are labeled clearly. So you have summary, experience, education, and skills. The applicant tracking system will go in there, it'll find those words, and then it'll know what to do with all of the different parts underneath that summary. Underneath those headings. So make sure that those headings are very clear. It doesn't matter if they're right justified, center justified, left justified. That's really not a big deal. But you just want to make sure that they're labeled with a very clear word. For example, my skills I had labeled with superpowers for like a year. I thought it showed a little bit of personality, but it made it more difficult for the applicant tracking systems to get in there. So the first thing is make sure that your sections are labeled very clearly. And the second thing about the applicant tracking system is to make sure that you have your industry keywords or keywords that you think a recruiter would be searching for in your resume somewhere in natural language. Do not stuff it full of keywords. Do not put, there's a bunch of things online where you will take your resume and they'll rate it based on how much it matches up with the job description. That shit is snake oil. It is not right. You do want to make sure that you have keywords in there, but it is not guaranteed that if the keyword is in the job description that it will be on the top of a recruiter's mind when they're searching for it. What this is search optimization for your resume, and the only thing you can really do is make sure that you have your industry standard keywords around here in the natural language. So you don't want to jam them in there. You don't want to hide them with white. You want to make sure that they're in there naturally. You don't have to jam them full, and it doesn't have to read as some kind of weird, keyword thing. That's the first thing that you need your resume to do. The second thing that you need your resume to do is to impress a human being that's reading it. A human being that's reading it, especially the top half of the first page, should be able to read from here up and say, yes, this person is a great fit for the job. That is essentially the main job. So you want this to be written for a human being, not for a computer or not for a robot. So make sure that this is written in accessible language. Make sure that the sentences read well and are well thought out. Make sure that it really clearly shows what you can do. So that is what you're trying to do with the whole resume. Remember to use a very simple font. I've never, ever heard anyone say, oh yeah, I'm glad they use some crazy ass font. I do have a resume where I have my name in a fun font here. And it's the only thing that I have in a fun font. And I'm still, the jury's out on whether or not that's the right decision. So that's what you want to accomplish from the whole resume. Make sure that it shows you. It should read like a list of your greatest hits. And I should be able to read especially the top half of the first page and say, oh yeah, that's why this person is here. That's why this person's the best person for the job.